Hello Android users, today I'm going to show you how to run Half-Life 1 on a Samsung Galaxy 2 Note. In order to do this yourself, you'll need the DosBox Turbo application. You can get this in the Play Store. It's by developer Fishsticks. It's the best and fast DOS emulator out there for Android. It costs a couple bucks, but it's well worth it. You can play a lot of different games with it. It's well reviewed. So you'll get this and you'll install it on your device, and then you'll go into the settings and you'll select manual mode. Then you're going to need to place two things. I'm going to use a free file explorer, the ES File Explorer, to navigate my device. You can get this from the Play Store too. And you'll need these two items. You'll need a DOSBox config file and the Half-Life image. Now you can get the DOSBox config file, download it here. It's basically tools up the cycles to make it run faster on Android. Now the Half-Life image, the LSGameChannel recently put out a 20-minute guide detailing how to make this Half-Life image so you can run Half-Life on Android. Now, I followed their guide and I made my own spin on it, added a little sound in and a few customizations. I will check it out here. You can find out all the information in the description of this video on how to run this yourself. Now once you get these two files in the proper place, you've got your DOSBox Turbo emulator installed and you've selected manual mode in the settings, you're going to be ready to run this. All you have to do is start it up, and you'll boot up your custom Half-Life on Android Windows. Oop, didn't shut it down properly last time. There's a little custom load screen. That's a little x86 emulation through DOSBox Turbo to run PC version Half-Life. Pretty cool. And now we're booting into our desktop. Now, DOSBox Turbo is fully touch integrated. I've got some Bluetooth devices connected to it now. You can also just touch the screen and move around with your finger. Clicking the mouse buttons will be simple as tapping the screen. And we'll start it up. Now I'll be using a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard. You can also use the touch pen or your finger. Plus there's also some other options we can enable. We'll pull down at the top there. And it'll give us a keyboard that we can pull up and navigate around with, and a little joystick that we can also move around the screen with. So there's a few different configuration options with DOSBox Turbo. We can hide it again like so. Now we've loaded up our Half-Life. I'll show you the obligatory beginning sequence. Give you an idea of how the performance is running. Now this is a quad-core device with 2 gigs of memory. Previously I ran this on an HP touchpad, a dual-core device with 1 gig of memory. Runs about twice as fast, I'd say. Almost playable. Kind of neat to try out. It'd be interesting to see what happens with future devices with 8 cores or more, the brute force of which could be able to run some of these old PC games pretty well. There's a little Half-Life on Android with DOSBox Turbo.
Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is simply headed for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is 8:47 a.m.
Get this little distortion on the screen here, but it disappears when you load up saved games.
93 degrees, with an estimated high of 105. The Black Mesa compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times.
And it's fun to ride in the car and check out the beginning sequence, but let's load a little further in the game. Just check out how it runs. And there's a slight load time, but pretty reasonable. I've noticed an improvement from a dual core to a quad core device. I can expect it to just get better and better in the future. Classic Half-Life. Another thing about the DosBox Turbo emulators, you can clock it up with the cycles, but it can impact the performance and the audio, so it's kind of a delicate balance.
Hey, Mr. Freeman, I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to find my files. Just one of those days, I guess. They were having some problems down in the test chamber, too, but I think that's all straightened out. They told me to make sure you headed down there as soon as you got into your hazard suit.
Classic Half-Life Easter egg, the red button under the table, it impacts performance. We'll check it out.
My God, are you doing that? Come on, Gordon. You trying to get in trouble?
That's exactly what I'm doing. Let's go for a little stroll through Black Mesa facilities. See if I can't get my hazard suit on. Slight load times, nothing too bad. As you can see, performance is reasonable, considering it running a PC game emulated through DOS.
It's good to see you.
I gotta push the button. There it is, folks, the hazard suit.
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system. The simulation results are perfectly acceptable, you know. Conditions. High impact reactive armor activated. Atmospheric contaminant sensors activated. Vital sign monitoring activated. Hello, Gordon Freeman. It's good to see you. Systems engaged.
Might as well go for a sword.
Weapon selection system activated. Somebody's hitting my glasses again. Monitoring activated. Communications interface online. Have a very safe day.
Very safe day, please. The safest.
Right on through, sir. Looks like you're in the barrel today.
Yes, I believe so.
Hello there. Sorry, sir. I've got to stay at my post.
Alright, let's load a little further ahead. It's getting interesting. Remember, you can find all the information about this in the description. Please like and subscribe to see the latest DOSBox emulator games running on Android. Got some Fallout mods as well, so you can run Fallout 1 and 2 on Android. Also through emulation. Check out my videos on that. There'll be links in the description. And I'll load it up a little bit further in the game. Alright, now I've got my crowbar, I'm ready to go. Flashlight, check, check. Alright, let's show you some different options. You can use the S Pen here to navigate around. There's also additional keyboards and controllers you can bring up, which you can actually use to move around. Does impact the size of the screen, but it works. And you can also bring up a little gamepad controller.
This mess.
It's a little sensitive at the moment. And you can show hide all these from the top, and you can swipe it away and swipe it onto the screen. Like so. So a few different options. All your Bluetooth devices will work. Alright, officer. I think I saw something.
I wonder if those boys could have made a bigger mess.
Not me, buddy. Good shooting.
That's one less horror in the world.
Good job, buddy. As you can see, the game's a lot more playable. It's a quad-core device. Better have saved me a soda. I think I'm gonna take me the whole thing. That's more like it. Oh, looky, looky. Wall health. Much better now. Obviously the explosion's lagging out pretty good. Multiple sounds going off.
I got another one.
scientists in peril. The scientist, it was too late for him. This is the first instance where you get the pistol. Health. Slight load times. Faster devices, it'll load a little bit faster. Screaming dogs. I did not save the scientist. You can save him, he'll go with you. First meeting with the aliens. There you have it, a little Half-Life running on Android on the Samsung Galaxy 2 Note. Check the description for links on how to do all this yourself, so you'll be playing on Android on your Half-Life, or Half-Life on your Android device yourself. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have fun playing Half-Life.